A nice little toad. Oh yeah, that's a nice looking fish, man. I just got here. I'm at Lake Pleasant. I met one of my good friends, George from Try and Catch. He was just getting off the lake as I was arriving. I got here a little late. It's about 12 o'clock, well, 12:30 right now. We're gonna give it a go. Got a couple hours to fish. Hey man, I'm just happy to be on the water. Thank you all for subscribing and liking all the videos that I produce. You know, when I started fishing and putting it on YouTube, I'm just gonna go back to my roots. I just love I love fishing, and I love recording my fish catches or just being on the water. It just I've done this since I was a teenager, and fishing with my grandfather and my dad, it's just part of my upbringing. I've been fishing since the 80s, so you know, what better way to put two and two together is make a couple videos. You know, I'm not in this for the money. This has nothing to do with money. YouTube and its algorithms or whatever, or their policies, I'll never make any money off of this. I just do it just because I really enjoy fishing, and I like sharing my experiences on the water and even on the outdoors. I'm not the greatest fisherman, but if I do have a technique that works, I'd definitely like to share it with you guys, and hopefully you can incorporate it into some of your fishing techniques. I'm drop shotting right now off these rocks. I really like structure. I like to fish structure a lot. I seem to always catch a fish or two off this type of structure. That's what I said. It looks too fishy. Looks too fishy. There we go. All right. Whoop 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 whoop. Woo 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 woo. Oh boy! Hey, first fish. Yeah, slow down. Where you wanting to go through the entire boat? You wanted to see a tour of the boat, huh? All right. You know what? I'm one of those fishermen that as long as I catch a fish, I'm happy. Oh, it's fun. Okay. So, not sure if there's any technique to that one. That was when I said there was a piece of structure that looks fishy. I was talking about structure and how it transitions itself. So if you look right in front of us, there's rock, and then it goes into sand, like a gravel. Not sure if that's a pattern or not. Could have been just a small fish just cruising. Okay, that could easily have been a bedfish. I'm not sure, but we'll see. The way he looks right now, he's a little beat up, so they're good. There's a good possibility he is. What a wicked looking fish, huh? If you can see his back fins, man, looks like he's been battling. Pretty cool. Okay, so I went and switched up to a small crank. Just kind of cranking up in the shallow areas. But Let's get this guy back. Really cool. A little beat up. Okay, so there's a little cut, or a little, not really a cove, but what I do know is goes back and it goes really shallow. It's only like 2 feet deep maybe, and I'm using a 1.5, just slow rolling it into these little pockets. He hit it right away, so I really like the Sexy Shad 1.5 for this type of stuff. But that, I think that was a bedfish, to be honest. He's pretty beat up. All right. Well, a little guy, but caught him off a fluke. Not bad. Hey, we're having a good, decent day. It's just, you know, their size is not a lot, doesn't have a lot to do with it, but pretty cool. Hey, we're catching fish. That wind really picked up. Here we go. Okay. So I switched up to a fluke, and it's one of Bass Pro's hand poured flukes. And the reason why I selected this bait, Wild West Bass had a tournament over here, and they were catching the winner of the tournament, or at least some of the top anglers that placed, were catching bedfish, but they were using Cincos. But one of my favorite baits to throw that has been successful has been the 1.5 Sexy Shad. So I thought, you know, let's go to a soft plastic, something that looks just like it, and just slow the presentation down. Actually paid off. Well, that's a little better fish. A little better fish. Whew. Come on. I tell you what, it's fun. Lots of fun out here today. They're feeding. It's fun. You can throw a lot of different baits out here at Lake Pleasant, and you will be on a bite. It's a lot of, there's a lot of fish to be caught. Oh yeah. All right. There's a school of them that they keep coming up, but you got to get them right off that point and just let it sink over the top. All right, that's 2 on the fluke. I really like that fluke. Oh, I got a fish on. Stuck in something. Come on, come out of there. Come on. There we go. Oh, there we go. Whew. That's another nice fish. Oh man, we got to get off of this rock. There's another one. Nice. Another fish. All right, let's get this butt back in the water. Almost lost this guy. Okay, well, let's check. Let's check that line. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Right up here, we're gonna have to change out. So what I'm using a 13 fishing black omen with a Canaan 6.3 on a 7'1" medium heavy. Now, if you know about these 13 fishing rods, super sensitive, a little on the moderate side than the fast action. However, a great rod for throwing Cincos. And why is because you can get some distance on them. I am throwing this really light fluke. Oof. I thought that was the beast. I thought that was the one, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, this might be my double digit, but happened to be a fish that was just tangled up. So today we've actually caught 5 fish so far. I've been out here for about 2 hours. I'm here at Lake Pleasant in Arizona, and for the most part it's been overcast, which I think has helped the bite a lot. They seem to be more active. They're in a pre-spawn feeding activity right now, but they are moving into the shallows, what I did notice, and some of the smaller fish are actually sitting on some points, but I think the bigger fish are going to start moving up. And so I think what we're going to do today, or what we have been doing today is we threw a couple combinations. So I started out with the drop shot, caught 1 fish. nothing with size. I started using a 1.5 Strike King Sexy Shad square bill, one of my favorite baits here at Lake Pleasant. And for the most part, I've been fishing a lot of rock. I haven't got up into a lot of sticks and structures. I probably will here in the next probably hour. I'll end up going into some of the back of the North Coves. But for the most part, I've been staying on a lot of rock, and it's been quite successful. Now, I actually, one day I was at Bass Pro when they had the classic sale, and I happened to be in Phoenix. Oh yeah, look, we got one while we're speaking. I actually caught a striper. Check that out. I was actually just dragging this while we're having this discussion. There you go. Not bad. Nice little striper. I was just kind of dragging out in the little deeper water. Let's get this guy back in the water. Okay, so like I was saying, most of my fish that I've caught today are coming off a fluke, and it's not weighted, and it's coming off of this Bass Pro. It's a soft open pore fluke, looks like a sexy shad, and so far it's been really effective in catching a lot of these I call them pre-spawn fish. I don't think they're even spawning, but I think I had caught one, maybe a male today. And the reason I really, when I seen this, for one, it's just awesome. It looks like a sexy shad. But the other thing, it's so soft. It's a really soft plastic. And unlike other flukes that are on the market, this is really, really soft. So I like that. What we're gonna do, let's see if we can get back into some of these cuts and see if we can catch some bass. All right, stay tuned. Oh yeah, there's another one. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, nicer fish. Okay, we just caught this fluke fish. He came out, he was in the shallows, and came out and tagged that fluke. Oh, here's another one. All right. Oof, that one got him. Got him right in the eye. Look at that. Poor guy. Whoop. Let's try and get that. Here we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's really fun catching these fish since they're stacked up in these little cuts. That's great. Let's get him back in the water. Alright. Oh. Okay, so I've already caught 2 fish off of this little cove or cut, and basically most what it is just debris that has been pushed into this cove, and these fish must be feeding in this back pocket, because I've caught 2 fish off out of here. Now when I'm fishing this fluke, I'm not really jerking it too much, maybe just a pop here and there. What I notice is they're hitting it on the fall, or they're hitting it with the slightest jerk, and it you know, it just gets heavy. So it's not one of those jerk and just like you would normally fish a fluke. It's just kind of let it glide down, let it slow, make its way to almost to the bottom. And usually when you reel up on it, that's when they have it. Just a slight tug. I'm almost thinking there's got to be a bigger fish in here somewhere. Yep, there it goes. I felt that one. Oh. Yep. There you go. Beautiful fish. Pretty healthy. Ooh, this is a bigger fish. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so we went out, we actually got out of some of the coves and went a little bit deeper, and we ended up catching a nice little toad. Oh yeah, that's a nice looking fish, man. Look at that. Nice. He's on one of these rocks, and I tell you, just throwing up against those banks and just letting him sink a little bit, boy, this is a beautiful fish. Beautiful. Off of that fluke. I knew it was a good one as soon as he hit it. All right. Nice.